Hello, this is Stacy Schroeder, the Regional Director for the Institute for Management Studies. Thank you to those of you that were able to attend our latest IMS and peer learning group meeting in person this week. I wanted to run through some great information that we shared with that group, just so you have it for your viewing pleasure. So first of all, we started off with just a welcome and introductions, and then we got into 2024 year to date and what's upcoming for the rest of the year, plans for 2025, and then I've got some questions sprinkled in where I could really use some help from all of you to make sure that we're best supporting your needs in terms of leadership and professional development for your organization. So in attendance, we had some great folks, Jeff Snowden from the Lewis Stokes VA Medical Center, Gail Bunce from the Lewis Stokes VA Medical Center, and Dale Kermode from Medical Mutual. And I always like to ask a fun question. So this time it was, what's one book, podcast, or thought leader that you want the rest of us to check out? So I've got links here for you guys to review. The Matter of Opinion podcast, the Coaching for Leaders podcast, the Art of Communicating book and activity guide that's great for team building, Alistair Begg sermons, and It's Your Ship book. And feel free to share other resources that you'd like me to push out to the group. Then we got into 2024 year to date. So as we've shared, this is the 50th anniversary for IMS, which is a huge milestone, especially considering what we went through in 2020, 2021, 2022. I am so thankful to be a part of the IMS family, and it's all because of you. Our secret sauce is our blend of world-class educators, our proven instructional design, our experienced production team, who's done over 1,200 virtual programs at this point, and local touch, me and all my colleagues across our network at IMS. So thank you for your partnership, and I would love to grow the family even more. So our current region includes these companies. A big thank you to everyone. I've got a couple new ones highlighted, the Hostess Brands Group and the Industrial Fasteners Institute. And we've got representation from healthcare, from the nonprofit space, from insurance, from manufacturing, from government and government adjacent, from manufacturing, healthcare, finance, property management, you name it, which is so great because all the professionals and leaders from your organizations get to network with and learn from others, along with from the thought leaders that we have. So far, our region is still in the top 5 for attendance, which is great. We have a really strong showing in all of our open enrollment programs. There's still plenty of great programs left this year to help your leaders and staff meet their goals. So take a look at our schedule for the rest of October, November, December, and I'm always happy to make personalized recommendations. I wanted to share some data, and I'm also working on data that's unique to your specific company that I'll share out in the coming weeks as well. So this is overall utilization as of September 30th by member and then by type. So you can see the member name on the left, and then along the top, we've got complimentary programs. So those are the 1-hour free programs that are unlimited in terms of registration. We've done some great custom programs this year with a couple members, and then paid. So that's our 3-hour open enrollment or the 1.5-hour strategic leadership programs. So I love these numbers. I'd love to see even more in the complimentary space and even more, of course, in that paid column, because that's really where the value comes in, because it's a 3-hour deep dive, a 1-hour coaching follow-up, and access to the recording and great curated resources. So it's a learning journey. Now, if we look at the complimentary program usage by month, this is for each month of the year as of September 30th, where the registration stood. So you can see we're averaging probably around 250 just from our region per month. And we're averaging network-wide closer to that 3,000 to 4,000 per month, which is great. I highly encourage you to get folks registered for the November and December programs. December is going to be Dr. Marshall Goldsmith, really sort of a legacy, a capstone program, if you will. That's going to be a great way to finish off the year. So I'd encourage you to register as many folks as possible. If you have a big group you want to register, you can send me a spreadsheet with just their names and email, and I can do a batch upload on my end super quickly. So I'm always happy to help with that. Then I looked at the number of unique individuals using our programs by member. So you can see we've got a few members that have been sending hundreds and hundreds of leaders and professionals this year, which is awesome. That's really what I'd love to see more, is getting our membership really penetrating within your organization. So increasing that percentage of professionals and leaders that is accessing our programs. So I'd love to get some data from you guys, and I'll talk about it in a minute, so we can help drive these numbers in a positive direction. So I've got here a little bit of information. And as you guys know, my goal is to make sure that you're able to articulate the ROI and benefits of IMS membership and attendance, particularly at paid programs, to your senior leaders. So I showed you a couple pieces of data. I would love to hear from you. What other sorts of metrics will help you with that? I've got plenty of raw data I can slice and dice and present in a lot of different ways, including survey responses after our programs. We can do summary surveys, and we can do individual responses. Now, I can't show by company, but I can show by program, which is still pretty useful. Some things that would help me create even better metrics to share with you. What's your total employee population? How many leaders do you have? Can you break it down by level? Who's in that new and emerging leader bucket? Who's a first-time leader? Who's a mid-level manager? And then who are your senior leaders? So how many are in that director and above bucket? And then if you have folks that are leading employee resource groups, if you use HR business partners or have other training leads embedded within functional areas, I would love to get connected with them. Happy to talk through the benefits of IMS membership, make sure everybody's plugged into the resources available, and also brainstorm and share best practices that I've seen at other organizations. And as always, I'm happy to participate in however will be most helpful as you look towards planning and budgeting for 2025 and beyond. So if I move forward. For the rest of 2024, we have excellent programs coming up. This is like high season for leadership development. So today we're doing Candace Dobby's 1-hour free program. We've got over 4,100 people registered, which is great. We're thrilled to bring back some live programs. Those are the two in yellow in regions that have the demand. So I'd love to hear from you. What topics do you think could justify a live session for our region in 2025? What are those things where you've got sort of a critical mass where we could get, as a region, at least, 40 people in a room together? And then we could certainly talk about bringing an educator live. If we look at November, we've got a great complimentary program at the end of the month with Dan Ariely around misbelief, what makes rational people believe irrational things, which I don't know about you and what you see on social media and in the news, but I think we've got a lot of folks that could use some tips on how to navigate that. We also have the last senior leadership program for the year with Dr. Kathy Pearson on November 7th. And we've got other great programs, including perennial favorites like Dr. Mike Roberto and Dr. Jean Porter King, along with some new ones like Will Aruda and Dr. Michelle Brody. And we close out the year. The last program for the year is Dr. Marshall Goldsmith's complimentary program. I highly encourage you to send me a spreadsheet with everyone you'd like to have registered for this, and truly any of the complimentary programs. And I'm happy to do that on the back end. The other one in December I'm really excited about is Dr. Bob Bai's new program on 1212, Leading Like Legends. He's really a cool dude. He's a frequent contributor to a lot of modern newspapers and publications, and he always has a fresh take on current events and how they apply to leadership. As we look towards 2025, I'm excited to announce that we're doing a lot of things that are new, and we're also continuing and tweaking a lot of programs that have been really popular. So this year we piloted a new manager program, which is a cohort style 12-week program that includes 3 2.5-hour sessions with our top educators for newer leaders, as well as personal and group coaching. We're doing two cohorts again in 2025, and those are $16.95 a person for the full experience. We'll also continue the Women's Leadership Series, Those are 3-hour programs you can register for a series or standalone, and those are our typical $395 per course. This year we had done a senior leadership series where we limited it to director and above. We're switching it a little bit, so next year it'll be refining to a skills focus. So we'll use the same experts that are really high level around strategic thinking, decision making, and learning agility. But if you have folks that are not at the director above level, they're welcome to participate. We will just be elevating their thought process. We'll continue to hold free quarterly events that are targeted at our key contacts. So folks that are in HR, training, talent, L&D, OD roles. And those will be a mix of member presentations, best practice sharing, and of course, IMS news as well. If you haven't checked it out lately, IMS Quick Coach, you have access to that included in your membership. We built in Athena AI, which is our AI assistant, and there's over 3,000 lessons that she pulls from. And we're still focusing on bringing in new educators and programs, which if you've got other thought leaders that you think we need to talk with, we would love your recommendations. We do a lot of searching on our own, but there's probably folks out there that we haven't heard of that would be great fits for our educator faculty. So some questions for you. I'd love to get your input. What competency model are you using at your organization? What types of internal training programs do you have currently, especially as it relates to leadership development? What are the key focus areas for your 2025 and beyond strategic plans? What are the business pain points you're hearing about? This is the information that allows me and the team at IMS to really develop the schedule that's going to best fit your needs and also to make targeted recommendations. So I really appreciate any insights that you're willing to share on these topics. I also want to remind you that we've got a bunch of resources that are available as part of your membership. We've got a Good Leadership podcast where Charles Good, the president of IMS, interviews educators all throughout the year. They range from about 25 minutes to 60 minutes. They're great. Usually we're pushing a new one out every week or two. Got a link here for you to review. Blog articles. Charles pulls in current events, world news, movies, media, trivia, you name it, and connects them to leadership lessons and also references a lot of our educators. You've got the IMS Quick Coach, which is our microlearning video library, and Athena AI. And we've also built an IMS YouTube channel with all kinds of great videos. And we've also got a special playlist that's how-to videos, which are great. A refresh of what's in your control center, our learning journey approach, our action planner, how to register, all those pieces and parts. And if there's other things that you're finding you're getting questions on, reach out to me and I am happy to make new videos, including ones that are customized for your organization. I'm here to make you and your team look like rock stars. So I'm always happy to do a one-on-one or small group meeting to walk through your control center, the website, leveraging membership benefits, whatever you need to be successful. As we look towards 2025, our January schedule is up. We've got a great lineup of new educators. In February, we start bringing back some of our perennial favorites along with some new folks. March, it's another great month with some serious heavy hitters. And then April through December, we have our 1-hour complimentary programs scheduled out through July. The 3-hour programs are filling in the rest of the year in the next month or so. We're excited to feature many new educators and programs. So like I said, we've got 5 already planned, many more to come. Lots that were new in 2023 and 2024 from 1-hour programs will be back leading 3-hour programs, which is exactly what we want to see. We vet them out. We expose them to you, our members, in 1-hour programs. We get your feedback. We take it seriously. We work on instructional design and approach, and we bring folks back for 3 hours. So we're excited to continue this partnership and build our slate of educators. We had a little bit of an open discussion. As you guys know, we've got a powerful and knowledgeable group of HR, talent, L&D, and O&D professionals within this space. And if there are ever questions or resources that you want me to share with the group, I am happy to do so. I'm happy to make one-on-one connections, whatever I can do to support you, because I know how it can be tough sometimes when you're in your silo and maybe you don't have a really big team internally. This is your big network. This is what we're here for. This is what I'm here for. And we're always here to help each other. And with that, I'd like to make an ask. So we're looking to grow our region of IMS. And as you've seen, organizations across all industries are welcome and encouraged to join. Membership can be a super cost-effective approach to giving folks regular doses of learning through our monthly 1-hour programs and targeted deeper dives through our other paid programs. I'll share a general IMS partnership proposal with this email. And if you're able to share it with at least 2 folks in your broader network that have roles within HR or L&D and O&D or our senior level leaders, I would really appreciate it. We're still one of the best kept secrets in leadership development. And with your help, I think we can change that and continue to grow and make a difference, because a rising tide lifts all ships. I really appreciate your attention. I hope this was informative and helpful, and I'm always just a click or a call away. Looking forward to hearing back from you, and I'll be in touch with more specific details around our partnership with your company shortly. All my best. Hope to see you soon.